to my channel. I got weird lights. I think it's from the sun by my window, but we're going to go close so it shouldn't stay long. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. A little under the weather. I think I got a cold. We went away for the weekend. Well, we didn't. We went away for the day yesterday, and I must have picked something up. As you can see, bead embroidery today. We're going to finish it up. I'm not going to show you. We're going to do a little bit together and then we'll finish it up. But first, I wanted to show you what we did yesterday. So we live in Southern Ontario, Canada, and we're about 2 hours from Kawartha Lakes, and they had the studio tour. So we did a few of these on here. They do it every year. You go to the artist house, and there's usually 2 or 3 artists. So one artist house, and they host a couple other people. And there was, I think, 18. I think we did 4 or 5 of them. They're not all close together, but you can see the artist, what they do, and then you can pick and choose. And they have this handy map so you can see where it was. It was beautiful. So for the next couple of days, I'm going to be talking about this. I didn't take any picture of the art because it was at the artist's house and studio. I didn't think that was appropriate. You don't want to invade their space, right? And it was super busy, so I didn't want to do that. But here's all the artists, so they were really good. I'll tell you a couple that we went to. And yeah, so that was a fun day. I think it's this one here. I will show you a picture of the back of her house. She had the art. She does outdoor art, and it was all through her forest in the back. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. So yeah, that was pretty fun if you're into the arts, which I'm sure most of you are. And it was a beautiful drive. We went and had lunch by a fall, and fantastic day. So thank you for my friends. They planned it all out. So I'm going to go close because I don't want to show you the finish product. So let's move this out of the way and I'll show you what we got left. So we just got this little part here left. It's awkward doing the top, so I'm going to do the best I can. Maybe not go that close. Sorry about that. Apple's got an update and I just hit the buttons are like massive now. I don't know. I gotta, new technology, So let's get crafting. So I think I'm just going to move my camera a bit and hold it like this. Hopefully I have enough thread to get to the end. I'm very bad at judging. I still have my little tray here, and it's all one color. So let's finish this up. And then after we're finished, I'll take you to my kitchen and we'll, oh yeah, this is going to be awkward because I got to reach over. So maybe I'll hold it like this. And we'll put it in the water and see. Luna's causing trouble. Oh my gosh. Isn't that the thing I say the most? Luna's causing trouble. Zeus is getting groomed today, so he's going to be in a better mood. So a couple things. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to do more of these for sure. I have one started. I don't think I'm going to have more than one whip of this in progress. Why? I don't know. I just don't. It takes a lot because I've never done it before. It takes a lot of concentration, and I just want to concentrate on it. So maybe when I get a bit better at it, a bit quicker at it, then. Sorry, I'm going to try my best not to move it, but it's going to be hard. Do the best I can and see how it goes. So I was researching beaded embroidery cross stitch. So when you buy the package, it says cross stitch on it from the company, which I got this from One Day Savings, but people say it's bead embroidery. So I'm probably going to use the word interchangeable. I don't know if that's right or not. Maybe eventually I'll say bead embroidery, but every time I look at the package, it says cross stitch. So, hope it's not moving too much for you. I don't want to get any closer. So, just awkward at the end here. Another thing, let's talk about the beads. So these beads are plastic, and apparently, according to reviews and other YouTubers, they bleed when you put them in the water. So I'm going to use cold water. Hopefully the markings come off with cold water. Usually I use just above room temperature, like not hot. And I don't think I'm going to put any soap in it. So I'm hoping that the canvas isn't too dirty. I don't think so. It looks fine, but your hand's resting on it and stuff. So I'm going to see how that goes. And it also apparently fades. The beads fade over time. They fade in the light and just from use. So I don't think that's a deterrent. I mean, things have to be cost efficient, but there must be some way to seal the beads so that doesn't happen. So a couple of people people that I watched on YouTube didn't really have good ideas, were kind of on the fence. I went and Googled it. So I think I'm going to go to Michael's, and they have got lots of sealant stuff there and glue. And so I'm going to look and see if there's something there that I can put on. The canvas is pretty stiff already, so I know if you put any kind of sealant, it's going to be even more stiff. I mean, the alternative is, you could frame it under glass, but truthfully, I'm not going to frame every beaded cross stitch I do. So I'm going to try find a way to seal the beads so they don't fade. Because nothing's worse. You do all this work, and say you store it for a year or two, and you take it out, and all the beads are all faded and discolored and bleeding. That would be heartbreaking. So that is my mission this week. When I feel a little bit better, my throat is very sore. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, if you do not mind. Tim Hortons got vintage cup out. Oh, that feels better. So I'm going to look and see what I can find at Michael's, and I'll let you know what I do. I am not going to take someone's advice there, because last time they told me to buy some sealant and it was sticky. No, I don't think they meant it maliciously or anything, but next time I buy it and it's not right, it'll be my fault. So almost done. It's very exciting. So what we're going to do, I can't obviously iron it either. The beads will melt, but what I'll do is we'll go over, put it in the water in my kitchen, and then we'll come back when it's all done, and I'll stick it on a towel and let it air dry. Haven't decided if I should put it in between the towel or just put it on the towel and let it air dry. Don't have to worry about Luna. She tends not to, I don't like the cats on the kitchen counter. So when they were kittens, we used to spray them with water to get them off the counter and the kitchen table. So most of the time she doesn't do that. The only time she goes on the counter is to jump on top of the fridge, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So I might just let it air dry. Just on top of the towel, not in between it, just so the beads can dry properly. I think that's the plan. That artist festival, oh, so nice. Some of these artists are just fantastic. There's lots of pottery, very, very unique colors and stuff. If you live in Southern Ontario or traveling here, it is, and like that kind of thing, it's definitely worth it. We also stopped at Antique Market, which I got a chicken, a rooster that my husband bought me from pottery. I think it came from Blue Mountain when they used to have a pottery center up there. So I'll show that picture at the end. And the colors on the trees, because it's fall here and the trees are changing, weren't too bright because it's still a little bit early. The weather, it's usually not early this time of year, but the weather's been so hot and hasn't been cooling down at night too much. So the trees are not changing as much yet. And it's supposed to be nice for the next 2 weeks. So I'm not sure. But if you're in Ontario or traveling to Ontario, there is a map. Just go color changing, autumn, fall color changing, and there's a map of Ontario, and it tells you what percentage and what colors are changed. So if that is something you're interested in, you don't have to travel there and see that it's not changing, or it's not the reds and the orange that you want to see. Maybe it's just the yellows, and then you don't waste your time. So. But we went for the colors, but we also went, spend time together and take the cars for a run. So yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk Beat a Birdie again. We have 3 left. 3 left. Oh my gosh. So excited. This is fantastic. So I'm going to do these last 2. And then I'm going to turn the video off and I'll come back and I'll show you the whole picture because I got to change my camera. I have to change my camera angle. So let's do this last one. Drum roll, last one on my first beaded cross stitch. I'm very excited. Woohoo! There we go. Yay! Okay, let me tie this off. I know, I'm so silly. Let me tie this off and I'll come back and I'll show you the whole thing. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you the extra beads and thread first. So I didn't even put a dent in the thread. I don't know if I did something wrong or they just send that that much with you. And then I got not too much left over. A couple of the blues there. Not sure what I'm going to do with them. Right now, I think I'm just going to put them in little plastic bags and keep them until I decide. So here we go. Here we go. Let's go out a bit more. New Apple iOS. There we go. So all done. Looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. I got some extra blue beads here. Oh, they're flying around here. Hang on. My husband's got to get the dog to the groomer, so he's trying to be quiet. Okay, here we go. Sorry, the dog's off to the groomer. My husband, I usually take him, but my husband was nice enough to take him because I'm under the weather, and he's like annoying me because when he needs to be groomed, he acts like he's sick, dragging his tail, doesn't eat. It's annoying. And when he gets groomed, he's like a puppy. So anyways, let's get back to this. So this looks really good. I'm really happy for the first time. There is mistakes in here. And they don't line up completely straight because they're different sizes, but I think it looks pretty good. You can see these yellow ones are a lot bigger than the beads beside it, so then it crowds it over. And the only thing I didn't like was this part here. It looks like I double checked it when I was doing it because I didn't think it looked okay. But that's the way they had it. Same with down on his body with the big spaces. So, cats are different anyways, but I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Now the most exciting, let's get the markings off. So I'm going to go to the kitchen. Okay, so the light might not be great because I'm in my kitchen. That's the biggest bowl I had. And it's not cold water. I'm going to say a little bit more room temperature. So I have to throw this in here. Fold it up a bit, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't bleed on it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let that soak. I might have to change the water temperature, but I'm going to let that soak for a bit, and then I'll come back and show you how's it doing. How is it doing? Sorry about that. Okay, I just stuck it in like this. Trying to get it all in the water. I'm going to add a bit more water so those corners are in, but the water's changing color, so that's a good sign. So check in a minute. Okay, I'm back. We're done. The markings all came off underneath the beads, which was nice. On the sides, it did not. It sat in the water for about 4 hours. I increased it, the temperature, and kept changing the water, but it didn't come completely clear. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I've never really encountered that before, not even with cross stitch. I might stick it in the water again and try. Right now, it's all dry. It's all dry. It's the next day from when I was putting it in the water, but it's all done. So let's do some final thoughts. Okay, I really liked doing the beaded cross stitch embroidery. Once you get used to it, I think I did all right. I made a couple of mistakes, but the kit was good. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. The markings were easy to read, came with the key instructions. I think the beads were nice. I am going to seal them because they are plastic, and like I said, I don't want them fading or anything. The markings do bother me. Kind of disappointed they didn't come clear, but I'm not sure if that's my fault or the kit's fault. I may stick it in the water. I haven't decided, but overall, really nice kit from One Day Savings. So here's some picture from our road trip, and I'll see you in the next video.